Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you why you're not ranking in the Google 3-pack and how to fix it. Watch this. I'm telling you guys, this was a special guy. This video is dedicated to my friend, Darren Marion. I love you, brother. All right, guys, so I hope everybody's doing well. Well, look, in order to see if you're ranking, the first thing you need is SEO Grid Software. SEO Grid Software, there's a lot of different companies making it. The one that I prefer is Local Falcon because it's very easy to use. I put a link in the description below. I don't have an affiliate code as of yet. I am thinking about making one because I truly believe in the product. The second one is Local Dominator by a fellow named Elder Cohen. He put out a great product, and I'm going to be playing with it a little bit this week and checking it out, but I would suggest take a look at that one. And the third one is from Local Viking, and Local Viking makes a grid program as well. Just in case you don't know, this grid program, it shows you where you're ranking, not only at the address where you registered your Google business profile, but also, 10, 15, 20 miles away for practical use, right? So, I've spoken to some customers lately over the past, month or so, and I said, and they tell me that they're not ranking, and I said, well, where are you ranking, 5 miles from your house? And the conversation always kind of leads to, well, I drive to a Starbucks, or, when I drive and go to a friend's house, I check my rankings from their computer. And that's really no way to do SEO for your company, right? I'm showing you how to do this yourself. The first thing that you need is SEO Grid Software. You cannot, if you're not going to get the software, if you're not going to get the grid software and you're trying to rank, but you're not going to get the software, please don't watch the rest of the video. You're wasting your time if you're going to drive around town and check your rankings. You're just wasting your time. This Local Falcon is cheap enough. It's $24 a month. If you're really serious about your business, you need the grid software, which will show you where you're ranking in what position. Now, look, when I do Google Maps ranking, I do not use anything like, I don't use SEMrush, I don't use Ahrefs, I don't use anything else but the grid software. I want to see where I'm ranking, and then I want to show you, then I put together a plan on how to improve it. Now, the plan that I'm going to show you today is the same exact plan that I use, that my team uses to rank Mindsaw clients. And by the way, if you need help with that, you see my cell phone number. Feel free, shoot me a text. I'll be happy to answer any question, or if you want to work with me, that's fine too. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we need a starting point for our 3-step approach. And the starting point is the grid. What we're going to do is run a grid report using your favorite software that I listed before. You run a grid report for each keyword to see what the starting point is. The grid report will look something like this behind me. So these are the 3 things that you're going to need to look at. You're going to need to look at and make adjustments to your website, your Google business profile, and user signals. And I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, guys, so let's get started with the grid. So we're going to use our first grid. We ran a grid report on a specific keyword like kitchen cabinets or DUI law or whatever your keyword is. And we notice in the lower right-hand corner, there's a section called Desert Botanical Garden. Right? So what we need to do is we need to create a page on our website about the work that we did close to, nearby, about the Desert Botanical Garden. Hey guys, please subscribe to my channel. It'll get the video out to other people who are also looking for help for ranking in the Google 3-pack. Thanks a lot. So if we're trying to rank in Desert Botanical Garden, what we need to do is we need to create a page about that area, Desert Botanical Garden. Now, the example that I'm using is just an example for this particular client. You're going to have to look at your SEO grid, and you need to find a neighborhood that you're not ranking in. Then you need to set up a neighborhood page that looks something like this. And it's just very, very simple. You have your company name up on top. The way that I set up the websites is I put the first set of links of the GMB categories. The second set of links are the keyword pages. And the third set of links are the areas we serve. So one of the areas we serve has to be desert botanical gardens. So we're going to create a page that looks something very similar like this. We're going to get a picture of the desert botanical gardens, one that Google recognizes as desert botanical gardens. In fact, on the picture, we're going to put desert botanical gardens, right? We're gonna Photoshop those words on that picture, and then the H tag where it says neighborhood headline, that's going to say Desert Botanical Gardens, and then we're going to write some text about that. Now, we all know about, at this point, we should know about ChatGPT. That's an AI writer that writes all the content for you. I've done other lessons on it. I don't want this to be a 20-minute lesson, so I'm not going to get into how to use ChatGPT. But there are plenty of lessons on that. If you need to pause the video and go over to somebody who's teaching about ChatGPT, it shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. It's super simple to use, all right? But what it's going to do is you're going to tell ChatGPT, you're going to tell it, please write 250 words about the Desert Botanical Gardens. And you're going to use an appropriate picture. Then what you're going to do is you're going to embed a couple of maps going from the Desert Botanical Gardens to your business, even if you're a service area business, right? You're going to create some map embeds, and then you're going to write some more text. Then on the bottom, you're going to either add more pictures and more text. You want to keep it simple and clean. You want to add pictures, maps, and text only about the Desert Botanical Garden. That's the area that we're not ranking. Now on this page, what you want to do is you want to create one link to the keyword page that's not ranking in that area. For example, in this example, I used kitchen cabinets. So you see where the place where I have it highlighted, to learn more about kitchen cabinets. And that'll be a hyperlink going to the kitchen cabinets page. That will show Google that you do business in that certain area, and then you're linking to your keyword page. So it'll say Desert Botanical Gardens plus kitchen cabinets equal this place does services this area and does this service. Okay. For whatever reason, I kept calling it Botanical. So if you listen to back, it'll say, I think I'm calling it I don't know. I couldn't say Botanical. Now I can't say it at all. All right, let's move to the next one. All right, guys, so we made changes to the website. Now we got to go to the Google Business Profile, and we need to show in the Google Business Profile that we service Desert Botanical Gardens, and we do kitchen cabinets in that area. So let's head over to the Google Business Profile. The way to get it is just to go to google.com/business, or you can just put your brand name into Google, but make sure you use the email address that you registered your Google Business Profile with, okay? See where on the left-hand side where it says Add Update? You're just going to click that, and then on the top, you're going to click Add Update. Now, I used ChatGPT to write some content for me. So it just wrote some content about the Desert Botanical Garden. Then I'm going to create a Learn More, and that's going to go to, for example, abccabinets.com/ Desert Botanical Garden. And then I'm going to take a picture and put it right here. And I'm going to upload a picture of the Desert Botanical Garden. Right? And I'm going to click post. And then that post will be found in your Google business profile. So we did two things so far. We created a page for that area that we weren't ranking. We linked the keyword on that page to the keyword page. So it shows Google that we service that area. Now we're creating Google posts, right? And we're going to do probably 3 to 5 per week. One isn't going to do it. We need to do, 3 to 5 per week on the area or areas we're not ranking, right? And we need to link them to the page, to the neighborhood page. For example, in this case, it's Desert Botanical Garden, but they also may not be ranking in Smithville, Arizona, for example. So we're going to create another post that talks about Smithville, Arizona. We're going to link to that page because we needed to create a page for that area as well. For every area that we're read, we need to create a page on our website to show that we service that area. Does that make sense? Should I say it in another way? Right? Because some people, and that's how I was when I first started learning this. I didn't get it the first time people said it. Right? So you want to make sure that you use a grid program, and from there you could find out the areas you're not ranking. Then you need to create a neighborhood page for the areas that you're not ranking, the areas that are red. You need to create neighborhood pages for those areas, right? Then you need to create Google posts talking about the work that you do in those areas. You install kitchen cabinets, you do electrical work, you're a plastic surgeon, right? You get the idea. Now, the last thing you need to do is you need user signals, meaning that you need users to say that they are located in Desert Botanical Garden or around by Desert Botanical Garden, and you ordered ABC cabinets, and they came and they were prompt, affordable, and very reliable, right? So you want to get 3 to 5 reviews per week over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if you do those 3 things, you create a page on your website, you do some Google posts, 3 to 5 per week, then you get some Google reviews, 3 to 5 per week, your rankings are going to skyrocket. In fact, I'd like you to put it in the comment section below on how much your rankings skyrocket. But you got to do those 3 things the way that I'm creating it in the video. You got to do the page, you got to do the posts, and you got to do the reviews. You got to use the keywords in the reviews. You got to use the area. You have to use the service, like kitchen cabinets. You have to use the company name, ABC Cabinets, the person you dealt with, like Chris, right? And you want to put stuff in that they were professional, affordable, other things like that, right? You want the review to stick. Now, if you want to know how to create a review that sticks, look at some of the bad reviews, how intricate they are. Like every detail is left when somebody leaves a bad review. Like they don't leave out any detail. They put everything in, and those reviews stick, right? So take a look at the bad reviews and get some ideas for your review. So this way, you don't leave anything out, right? How do you get those reviews? Well, if you visit clients in that area, you have to make sure that you get a review from a client that is in the Desert Botanical Gardens. Like that's really important. Like if your guys are going out and you realize they're going to that section, that area where you read, you have to get a review. Go buy a $5 Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks gift card, give it to the client when you finished at the end. ask them, would they please leave a 5-star review if they're happy with the work? And they need to do it while you're there. When you leave, they're on to the next problem. They have to do it while they have to do the review while they're there. They may also need your help because they don't know how to do it. So what you want to do is you want to copy the text link and keep it on your phone and send them the link. You can't ask them to do a review. They won't know how to do it. You need to text them the link. You need to text them the Google review link. And then you need to stand there as you're filling out the paperwork, ask them if they have any questions and help them out with that. Of course, most people aren't good writers and they don't know what to write. And, you may need to not tell them what to write because that's against Google's policy, but you may want to guide them, as to the service that they used and the name of your company if they forgot it, and the name of the person who came out if they forgot that, right? Like I said, you want to put those details as if somebody's writing a bad review, because when you read those bad reviews, they don't leave anything out. Every single thing is documented, and those reviews stick. So you want to do the same thing when you have good reviews, all right? Guys, you do those 3 things, and you're ranking. You are going to rank, I guarantee it. All right, guys, I hope that helped. I'll tell you something, it can be kind of frustrating when you're going through Facebook or you're looking on YouTube and all you see is green dots, right? All these SEOs, including myself, post grids where everybody's ranking, and you look at yours and you've put in 100 hours and you're like, how's everybody else ranking? And I'm not. You have to realize something, that this is what I do all day, right? I don't go on a roof and do roofing, or I'm not a plastic surgeon, and then when I come home, I'm doing SEO, right? This is a full-time job to get this done. I make these videos for people that are just a little bit away. If you do a grid report and you're completely red, I would say reach out to a professional. If you like me, great. If you like somebody else, great. But reach out to somebody that can help you, because it's I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's almost impossible to work a full-time job and then come home at the end of the day and start doing this. I have 6 people that work with me, and they each have a specific job, right? One person does posts, one person does the website, another person's a writer. So I have a project manager. Everybody has a function, and it's very difficult that if you're going to be a roofer all day, you're also going to do this. Now, these videos are made for people that are just a couple of steps away. They're ranking in a lot of areas, but in one section, they're not. So this video, I hope, was very helpful to you. Guys, let's not lose focus, right? Business is important. Family is more important. We do this for our family. Right? We try to rank in the Google 3-pack, and we try to increase our income so we could treat our family better. If you're fortunate enough to have your family living in the house where you live, please don't take that for granted. I know I did when I was in that situation, and I would just get buried in my computer, and I literally would not get up and do anything around the house. So don't do the things that I did. Every hour and a half, get up, take out the garbage, walk the dog, kiss your wife, kiss your kids, spend some time with them, and then come back and do your work, right? Don't lose focus. That's the focus, right? Everything else will fall into place. I promise you. If you hung around this long, you watched this video, you heard this little talk, I'm talking to you. I'm telling you things are going to work out. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.